Hey everyone, I'm Megan and welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you guys another foundation review and I'm super excited for this one because it's the new Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. This is supposed to be a matte 24-hour wear, which we're not testing, but it's supposed to be. And I have the foundation, I have got the brand new Stay Naked concealers, and I also have the new sponge that they released with this collection. So I'm going to be testing all of that out today for you guys. Alright, so if you want to see me play with this foundation, demo it, do a wear test, then you're in the right place. So just go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so as usual, I have already prepped my skin with my daily moisturizer. I did go in with the Cover FX gripping primer and then the blurring primer in my T-zone area. You guys know I like to let it sit as long as I can. I just feel like it works better that way. I don't know if it really does or not. That's just what I think. So anyhow, I'm super excited to just jump into this foundation. One of my favorite foundations is the Urban Decay Naked foundation, and it is like a more hydrating formula, but it's got the most beautiful natural finish. If you just, want something lightweight and natural, that is an awesome foundation. So I have very high hopes for this because this is a matte foundation. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and jump into all the details about the foundation. First off, this is what the packaging looks like. And here is the foundation. It's a very unique bottle, to say the least. It is lightweight in plastic, so very travel friendly, and it is $39. And I picked it up in shades 50 NN and 60 NN, so I'll check in a minute. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to go with. But, and I have not watched any reviews from anyone because I just wanted to go into it with an open mind and just see how it wore. So, what it says find your naked truth with Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation, our vegan, buildable, medium coverage liquid foundation with a real skin matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours, which we ain't gonna be testing that. We designed this lineup of 50 shades with 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones and 7 undertones to dial in your precise color match. Our waterproof longwear foundation feels like wearing nothing, thanks to a breathable, flexible formula that moves with you all day and all night up to 24 hours. It not only feels better, it even looks better with its Stay True color, which minimizes the appearance of pores so you always look like you. And it's 100% cruelty free. I am going to use this brush that I just hauled, and it is from Real Techniques, and it is the Brush Crush 301 foundation brush, and it says for full coverage. So I am going to go in with this, and then I also picked up the sponge that they released with the foundation, and this is really interesting. So it's got this like silicone piece right here, and it is pretty big. So it is very squishy, and I have high hopes for it. So I'm going to use half of this. I'm going to use this on half of my face, and then I'm going to use this brush on the other half. So let's go ahead and see which shade I'm going to be. So this is 60 NN. And this is 50 NN. Alright, so I think I'm going to go with 60 NN, and I'm going to start out with the brush, and let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. Hopefully this will match. It's looking a little light, actually. Huh. Just all first impressions, it does have a really nice finish. It's not full coverage, but I feel like this could be built up, so of course we're going to do that. I have already used all that product, so let me get a little bit more out. And I'm just going to use like little stippling motions. build up a little bit coverage right in this area right here where I have some like acne scarring. So one side with the brush looks really, really good. Now I want to try this bad boy out. So I'm super excited about this. I just love this sponge. I don't know about, I'm just not into the whole silicone sponge. I just never jumped on that train. But they say, I mean, it doesn't use a lot of product. So, and you know, you get good coverage with it. But I just could never get it to work for me. So definitely get way more coverage with the brush, and this sponge is soaking a lot of the product up. So. It is faster with the sponge, but I mean, the finish on both sides looks really similar. I can't really tell a difference. I didn't get any brush strokes either with this brush, so that's a good sign. So if you're in a hurry, I would definitely go in with a brush and then maybe just go over it really quick with the sponge just to pick up any excess product. But I mean, I like both sides. I can't really tell a difference in the finishes of it. I think I got a little bit more coverage with the brush. So I think what I'm going to do is get a little bit more of this product, and we're going to build it up with the Real Techniques brush. So I'm going to do the same thing like I did on the other side. But I think this looks really good. It's kind of reminding me of the original Naked. But this one's supposed to be matte, and the original is not matte. So. But maybe once it dries down, it will have a more traditional matte finish. Right now, I do see some luminosity in my skin. So I think I've built that up pretty nicely. I don't want to go in too heavy or too many layers. But I feel like I've got enough coverage. It looks really natural. And it feels really lightweight on the skin. So now I'm just going to grab my sponge and I'm going to go over everything just to pick up any excess product and make sure it is pressed into my skin. Okay, so the concealer looks like this. And it's got the same kind of box packaging. And I picked it up in 40 NN and 30 NN. Y'all would be proud of me. I went a little darker. I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. Okay, so it was $29. And it says, meet Stay Naked Correcting Concealer, our vegan real skin matte concealer with 25% more pigment and full coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. With an expanded range of 25 shades, there's enough coverage to go around. Our Stay Naked concealer lineup features 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones, and 5 undertones. Use this flexible, real skin matte finish concealer for just about anything, from covering imperfections to highlighting cheekbones. So, I'm going to start out with 30 NN under my eyes, and we'll see how that is. If it's too light, I will go in with 40. Oh, God. So, it's too light. So, I'm going to put a little bit under each, just to give us that little brightening effect. And then I'll go in with 40. I hope that's a big difference. So, I think mixing these two is going to work great. For me, it feels very creamy. I like the doe foot. It is a different shaped doe foot. There you go. See the bend in there? Alright, so I don't know if this dries down fast or not, so I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge. And let's try the silicone side right here and just see how that works. And then we'll use the other side for the other eye. So do y'all like the silicone sponge? Did y'all ever enjoy using those? I just couldn't ever get it to work with me. It just made like a mess. It does save you a lot of product though, because you know it can't soak it up. The sponge can't. So, and it actually did a nice job of blending out that concealer. Alright, so now I'm going to flip the sponge over and use this side on this side and see if there's a difference in application. So I actually feel like I got more coverage with the regular side of the sponge versus the silicone, which is ironic because I figured it would be the opposite. So this is what it looks like with the concealer blended out. It's not Tarte Shape Tape full coverage, but it does have really nice coverage. It blended out nicely. It did not dry down fast. So now I'm going to see how it does in between my eyes, and I'm going in with 40 in the center of my face. I do really like this doe foot because it's very precise. Take the flat end of the sponge and blend this out. Okay, so here it is with the concealer and foundation blended out. I think it looks really pretty. I am going to go ahead and apply my cream contour and see how these play together. I am going in with my Huda Beauty Tantour in medium. Light was just getting a little too ashy looking, and the medium is a lot more warm tone. Red undertone is the best way I can describe it. So I'm going to take my Luxie 182 and just go ahead and start carving out my nose contour. And then I'm going to take my Morphe E8, looks like this, and go ahead and contour my cheekbones. I just love these little things from Huda Beauty. I think she did an awesome job. I mean, it's just so like effortless, like easy. You do not have to work hard at all with this product. And it seems to be working great with this foundation. It's not pulling it up. It's not doing anything weird. Alright, so this is what everything looks like so far. I think everything looks beautiful. It feels really nice, lightweight on the skin. So I'm going to pop off camera, finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will be back with my first check-in. Alright guys, so I just finished up my makeup, and I think I've had the foundation on about an hour now, and I'm in love with it. Like, I feel like my skin looks so beautiful, flawless, airbrushed, natural. Not too overdone. It's just like that perfect amount of coverage, and it looks awesome thus far. So I'm going to go ahead, turn down the lights, let y'all take a look at what it's looking like. I'm going to go about my day, and I will be back here in the next little bit with my second check-in. And I forgot to tell you guys, I did set it with the Huda Beauty The Resting Ball Space setting spray. So here is what it's looking like. I mean, you can still see some of my imperfections coming through, but I mean, this is not a like full coverage. But it is a very pretty finish. Hey guys, I am back with my second check-in, and I forgot to mention in my first check-in, everything blended out beautifully on top of this foundation. I didn't have any issues whatsoever with that. Now, I've had it on for 7 hours at this point, and I don't know what I think about it. It's most of the time I know. I can tell you I'm not oily, so that's a good sign. I mean, I'm a little shiny, like right on my chin, but that's it. There's something I don't like about it, but I can't pinpoint it. So right above my top lip, it looks really kind of heavy and cakey. And I did just eat, and I was eating a really big cheeseburger. And so I've got this like line where I guess I was biting on, taking a really big bite. And so it's kind of made this weird line right here, and I'll show you guys. My pores, I have pores today, which is not good. I mean, it's not separating. I don't know if it's like looking patchy between my eyes or what. And like right over here, it's looking a little, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the weirdest thing ever. And it looks heavy, like in this area. It's looking like I'm wearing makeup, and you know, you don't want that. You want it to look like your skin, but better. But yeah, I see like little dots around here between my eyes. Looks weird. I don't know. I wish I could just say this is what it is, but I don't know. Like it's weird. But yeah, above my lip, like I've got this like weird line like that where I was eating, and it separated. So does not look good there. So I'm just going to zoom you guys in and let y'all see what it's looking like. But I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I mean, part of me is like, it looks okay. But then the other part's like, no, something's going on that I don't know about, that I don't like. So let me turn down the lights. Let's zoom you guys in and let y'all see what it's looking like. All right. So I turned the lights down a lot so you'll be able to see right here. Do you see that line? It's like it's like I was eating right here, and it's looking really cakey. My pores look accentuated. Do you see it on the forehead? It's looking like patchy. It's like splotchy or something. And a lot of times, like, my scarring does not look that bad. I am shiny right here. See, it's just looking like blotchy and stuff. And I use products that I normally use, so I know it's not that. See, you can see it right there now. So, what do you guys think? Can you see what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know what it is. It's like not breaking apart really bad, but it's splotchy and cakey in this area, and my pores are accentuated. So what I need to do is I'm going to continue wearing this. I'm going to try to make it a 12-hour wear test. But what I need to do is just play with this foundation with maybe like the Huda Beauty or my new favorite, the Fenty Beauty one. And just play around with it that way. Maybe go in with something a little more smoothing in the T-zone area. But at this point, I'm not feeling it. But I will continue to wear it. I had such high hopes for this one. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead, continue wearing it, and then we'll just see where the night takes us. So I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back with my third check-in, and I've now had the foundation on for 10 hours, and I have to say there's really not much difference in the 7-hour mark and the 10-hour mark. So, I mean, everything still really pretty much looks the same. I might be just a tad bit more shiny. My pores haven't been exaggerated anymore. There's, you know, the breaking apart and the kind of patchiness. It still all looks the same. I did lose a little bit of coverage on the end of my nose, and that's where I'm getting, you know, I'm starting to notice a lot of shine. My chin's still shiny, of course. Yeah, there's really not that much difference. So I really believe that if I play around with it, I mean, this is not a bad foundation by no means. I have definitely tried worse. But, I don't know, it's just something about this one, and I don't know, maybe it's the contour that I use with the Huda Beauty up here, because, like, in this area, it doesn't look splotchy or anything. It's just really on my forehead. It's looking, yeah, splotchy is the best word for it. And, you know, my pores, I can still see them. So, I don't know. I mean, right here, it still looks the same. It's not as noticeable as it was, but it's still really heavy looking around my mouth area. So, anyway, that's my update for the 10-hour mark. I'm going to, of course, continue to wear it, but I'm going to zoom you guys in and let y'all take a look. Alrighty. See, the splotchiness is still there. is coming off a little bit in this area. And it just looks heavy, like right in here. I don't know if y'all can see, but like my pores just look a little bit more exaggerated than they normally do. So I don't like that, but I think we can correct it with the different primers. So I'm going to continue playing around with it, but this is what it's looking like so far. But y'all see what I'm talking about, like the splotchiness? I'm trying to really just come off right there. So that's what it's looking like at the 10-hour mark. Really not much difference, like I said. So I'm going to continue wearing it as long as I possibly can, and I will be back in the next little bit to give you my final check-in and final thoughts. So I will be back in the next little bit to give you my final check-in and my thoughts about this foundation. So I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I am back with my fourth and final check-in. I have now had this foundation on for 14 hours and I am exhausted. But anyhow, I do have some thoughts on this foundation. It said that it was up to 24 hours. I don't think it would hold up that long. Parts of it I like, parts of it I don't like. What I don't like is how splotchy, whatever you want to call it, it looks on my forehead. I do not like that. You know, my pores look the same, exaggerated. You know, I'm really, if you look at me, I'm not that shiny. So that is a really good sign. And really it hasn't broke apart anywhere else. It just looks, you know, a little built up and cakey around my nose. You know, oily in the T-zone area. And then what's really bothering me still is just this like splotchiness up here. I don't understand that. I will play with, like, I'm going to try different primers and I'm going to try different contour, like maybe the KKW Beauty, the Wet n Wild, the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to try, you know, playing around with it with some different products and see, maybe the Huda Beauty was the problem. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to continue testing it out. I do think there is potential here, and I was shopping on Ulta earlier, imagine that, and it has really good reviews, so maybe I'm just not doing something right. So like I said, I'm going to continue playing with it, and I will update you guys, and I may do like a get ready with me and include it if I find something that works, you know, with the primers, contour, all of that. But the concealer looks really, really, really good under my eyes. It's not, you know, settling or anything like that. I really liked it a lot. It's not like super full coverage like Tarte Shape Tape or anything like that, but it does have really nice coverage. It blended out beautifully. I really liked the sponge too. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in and let y'all take a look, and then of course I'm going to go ahead and do my usual touch up. Alright, so I'm a lot more shiny than I was, but not major. Like, I have wore foundations that I've got a whole lot more oily with. So, I mean, after 14 hours of wear, this is really not bad at all. But as you can see, the forehead does not look good. Right in here, it's cakey looking. So that's what it's looking like now. This is the true test. It doesn't look like I'm that oily, but we will see. Oh, well, maybe I'm more oily than I thought. Alright, so I just touched up, and surprisingly, it looks 100 times better. I mean, of course, it didn't fix the splotchiness up here, but it didn't pull the foundation up anywhere else. I mean, where it was already separating and coming off, I mean, it's still there, of course, but it did not hurt it at all. So that's a good sign. It touches up really nicely. So now let's just go in with the Fenty Beauty powder. I always feel like after I touch up like this, I look like ghostly white. So if I was doing this out and about, I'd probably go in with some bronzer over top of this, because this powder, even though it's translucent, it still kind of washes me out. So, but this is promising. I really feel like it looks so much better now after doing that. Yeah. So, alright. I cannot really come to a determination about this one yet. I really need to continue playing with it a little more. My first impression is it's not bad. It's not the best. I don't know. I really can't give you like a recommendation or tell you anything because I'm not sure. I just need to play around with it some more with some more primers. Like I said, you know, try just changing it up a little bit. And I have found, well, this new Fenty Beauty primer is to die for. Like, I'm obsessed with it. So I may switch it up and start using like different primers with my foundation reviews. Because I just feel like my skin's getting used to the gripping. I don't think it's not bad, but it's not great. And I do think that I can finesse it to make it work for me and for all my oily skin people out there. So what I'm going to do is just continue playing with it. Tomorrow I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to try it with the Fenty Beauty Primer. And I'm going to set it with my new favorite setting spray from Smashbox. And I'm going to use the KKW Beauty Contour Stick and see if that makes a difference, because I think this could really be a good foundation if you just find the perfect primers and all of that that works well with it. So I do think it looks decent now that I've touched up. Actually, it's really surprising me. I think it looks really nice, actually. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to do, and so by the time you guys see this video, I will update you in the description box and let you know whether, you know, I found it, a primer, whatever, to work with it. So I would suggest if you want to try it, I would go ahead and try it. I would steer clear of the Cover FX Gripping Primer and the Huda Beauty Tantour with it and see. I mean, maybe you can make it work, but I haven't had good luck with it. But yeah, so I really enjoyed the concealer. The concealer looks really, really good, and I loved the sponge that they released with it. So overall, it's not a bad foundation. It's not the best. So I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try my hardest to get it to work for me. And yeah, so that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next ones. Bye!